Hey, what's up everyone, it's Grim here. I hope you're all good this fine day. Now, as you may or may not know, we had an Eternal Crusade live stream on Twitch on Friday. Now, I've uploaded the video, a link will be below if you want to see the full 1 hour 5-minute video. But what I've decided to do is to go in and look at some little snippets, some little cool bits, which, you know, excite us, annoy us, whatever. Now the first one I've chosen is probably the biggest, because it's something we really haven't seen before. There was a slight leak, don't know if you guys saw it. There was a YouTube video, and the guy's channel name escapes me. I apologise for that. If I remember it, I will put that down below. But he kind of showed the loadout screen for what your character is going to be able to have. They then showed this screen in the live stream. They weren't going to show it. They were like, oh, do you know what? Fuck it. We're going to show you guys what it's going to look like. So here it is. Well, guys, here it is. This is the new loadout screen. So let's fade out of this and let's show it. Come on, menu prototypes. Come on, guys, excite us. So as you see, he's playing as a Blood Angel with none of the shinies on. But anyway, so here you go. This is the character loadout screen. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my god! And you're completely ignoring my voice. And what you're looking at is the bottom 3 classes. So let's try and stay focused. Let's look at the ones we knew first. So yep, we've got a Tactical Marine, we've got Devastator Marine, we've got Apothecary, we have Assault. We knew those classes were here, they've announced that themselves. We also kind of knew rumours on the grapevine that we're going to have Terminators and that sort of thing in the classes. Well, here they are. They are shown. We have a Terminator class, excuse me. We have the Terminator class, we have the Chaplain class, we have a Librarian class. Now the way these are going to work is as you're on the battlefield butchering and hacking your foes apart, you will be able to gain points. Now how this will work, we're not entirely sure. Now the likelihood is you'll be able to gain points. So what happens is as you're killing people on the battlefield, you'll gain prestige points, requisition points, whatever it's called, you'll gain points, and eventually once you have accrued enough points, you'll be able to, you know, call yourself down a Terminator, and you will become a Terminator Marine and be able to kick ass for X amount of time. But they have also stated that, let's say you have only just logged in. I don't know, you were off doing some far more mundane thing than killing aliens. You were mowing the lawn, then you log on, but you are known as, you know, one of the Space Marine faction's best Assault Marines. You're just the guy that, oh my god, that's, I don't know, that's Love to Spooge. By the way, if you get that reference, much respect. You are, you know, you are Loves to Spooge, and everybody's like, oh my god, that guy's like the best. And your faction has accrued a lot of points. The higher up your command, your faction leaders can actually go, okay guys, we need to give Love to Spooge a boost, so they can bestow an upgrade upon you. Now, these may be even greater upgrades than just you can have, but we don't know right now. That is speculation. But they have said that the faction leaders themselves will be able to dispose? Will be able to hand out these points and help you boost up faster. So, you have your Terminator, your Chaplain, and your Librarian, as I said before. Now, I know you lorehounds out there are going, Grim, I hate to be rude, but I play a Space Wolf, and Space Wolves, we don't fucking have Chaplains and Librarians. You're a fucking noob. The game's a noob. I'm out of here. Hissy fit, storm off. I'm aware of that. I know. They know. They have said that they will be creating a Wolf Priest class, and it will probably combine, you know, it will be 50% Chaplain, 50% Librarian, kind of rolled up, so you'll have one less class than everybody, but that one class will be sort of a little bit more powerful than a base Chaplain, and a little bit more powerful than a base Librarian. It will kind of be a mix of two. So we'll just have to see. It'll be interesting to see how that Wolf Priest class comes out, and also other you know, whether you'll be, if you're a Dark Angel, you'll be a Deathwing Terminator. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they go with regards to that. Also on the Dark Angels front, you guys are pleased to know we will be getting robes. So you will have robes, you'll look fashionable. Because it's part of the canon, they've said they're going to try and stick as much as possible. My guess would be that only people that are veterans that have played for a long time, accrued a lot of points, and put those points to, I don't know whether it'll be you'll pay for the robes, so as you kill people you accrue points and you put those points towards like a rogue trader kind of guy in game and you get your robes, or whether it will be as you kind of, I say level up with inverted commas, you'll level up and you'll get the robes, you'll get whatever items. So my guess is that'll be how it'll work. As you level up, you get new little shinies, or you get Chieves, and one of those Chieves will be, you know, kill, I don't know, 15,000 enemies, and that 15,000 enemy, you get the top of the range, really smart-ass looking robes. My guess is that'll be the same for all of the races, and all of the sub-factions. So if you're a Corn Berserker, and you want to get a particularly fuck-off looking Corn Berserker axe, you know, chain axe, or you want like the skull of an Eldar on your armor, you'll be able to do that. I'm actually looking down at myself thinking, well, I'd have the skull of the Eldar, but you'll be able to do that with these points. So anyway, you guys want to keep looking at this screen. You want to actually get into a loadout and actually have a look at how it all works. So we will do that next. Very much the system works on, if you guys have played the more recent Call of Duties and the fact they worked at a point system, let's get into loadouts here. Right, it works on a point system. Up in the corner there, just about underneath where the devs are all sitting, chatting away, drinking beer, you'll see a points total. You have 1,000 points to spend. Different items give different point values. Now, unfortunately, I'm seeing this on a tiny screen. I can't actually see, but I think, off of my memory, it was like 400 and something points for a jetpack. So, out of your 1,000, you can say, I want to spend 400 odd points and put a jetpack on. Now you don't have to, as an assault marine, have a jetpack. You can actually say, I'm not going to have the jetpack, I'm going to save 400 points, and instead I'm going to have, I don't know, an upgraded axe or something like that, or say a lightning fist, which is far more powerful than the chainsword. And I'm going to have a storm shield, because I need to be able to get into combat. It's not fair if I've got to walk the length of the battlefield with enemy fire raining down on me. I want to have my storm shield, and I'll be behind that. So that's the way it's going to work, all down to these points. Now, also you guys have already sat there going, I haven't seen like a proper character screen where I can see my stat points and I can see how everything's playing out. And to be fair, that's because I don't think there actually is one. I think it's going to be far more along the lines of PlanetSide 2. If you guys have ever played that, you basically log in, you give yourself a character name, and you create your character, what he's going to look like. You create you decide which empire you're going to be part of, and then once you're in game, you can kind of pick what loadout your guy is going to use. So think of it. I'm not entirely happy with that. I would have liked to have gone in, create my character, and that character was a level 1 Devastator. But because of the horizontal progression system they've put in, that's not really realistic, because the idea of a progression system is that it hooks you into playing more because you want to unlock the next tier of abilities, you want to unlock, you know, the very end game armor, whatever. Well, that's not an issue in this game because the whole level is horizontal, so it would actually become quite boring. So that's why they've done it like this. That feels very console-y to me, I'm not going to lie, and I wish it wasn't like that, but I can understand why they've done it. It is meant to be more fast-paced, action-orientated, more, as I say, PlanetSide 2-y than a slow-paced, traditional MMO that we're used to. But anyway, let's get in and actually look at what's been done here. So, here we go, let's go down and click. Come on, there we go. Right, now, bear in mind, I know it says sidearm at the top, but there's a jetpack available and that sort of thing. This is pre-alpha. These guys weren't even really, they weren't happy about showing the menu. They were like, fuck it, you know what, we're going to do this. So, you know, let's cut them some slack. Now, what you will notice is that there is a nice, shiny plasma pistol sat there. Now, it is called a super plasma pistol. The screen previous to this, and we will go back to it, so I will point this out when we do, had two, it was a purple and I believe a blue icon that looked like a plasma pistol. Now, those obviously cost points and they give certain benefits to the plasma pistol. They are shown here by the green and the red. As I say, any of you that have played any first-person shooter will know, you know, putting attachments on your gun changes the stats. So it's no different to that. Now let's quickly go through because there's some interesting stuff. Let's have a look at what exactly are the things we should be looking at for these weaponry. So the first stat is accuracy. That kind of speaks for itself. If you guys noticed on the autocannon, on the tank, also on the bolter, the heavy bolter, as you fire, the spread gets more and more and more, and also the initial firing burst, it varies wildly, almost too wildly in my opinion, for the ranges they're firing at. But there's kind of a big spread. Now accuracy, I'm guessing, is going to be just that. It's going to be the spread at which the rounds come out of. So the the accuracy of the plasma pistol over long distances, I would guess, is going to be piss poor. Understandable. Now the damage here, this damage looks seriously low to me. Now, as again, I've kept saying this, it is pre-alpha, the guns aren't balanced, they're waiting for us to jump in after Christmas and start kicking ass, but blatantly that is not balanced, because that seems fuck off weak to me for a plasma pistol, but there we go. Now, we've got range. As you expect, that range looks ridiculous to me, but again, I'm not going to go and harp on about the different stats and what they are, because it's not balanced yet. So we've got range, we have mobility, we have handling, we have rate of fire, and then we have overcharge. And I'm guessing overcharge is going to be something very specific to these energy style weapons. You won't have this on, say, a bolt pistol or whatever. You may have a different stat, there may be nothing there at all. But yeah, so this is where you jump in and you can kind of get a feel for, you know, the strength of the weaponry, and as you get on, as you progress, you're going to get more and more weapons unlocked, more and more things. You can come in, look at them and tweak them and see what changes you've made, how it's going to affect your loadout. Now, that's all we've really got, so we're going to jump back to the previous screen because I just want to talk about some bits and pieces on. Now, I'm aware that I've taken up a lot of you people's time, and I apologise for that, but yet, trust me, this video could have run for hours and hours on its own just looking through these stats, and I will look at things in more detail, but at the moment I just want to give you guys my kind of closing thoughts, as it were. Now, as I've stated before, I'm kind of disappointed with the fact that they're not going to have a character that you can sort of, you know, invest time in and he'll progress and grow and develop. But I understand that with the PlanetSide 2, you know, Eternal Crusade style of combat and the horizontal leveling system, that it doesn't really work. You're not going to be able to invest that time. Instead, it's all about getting on the battlefield, getting a chainsword, sticking it into an enemy, and slicing him in two. So, I kind of get that. The one thing, and this is my biggest concern from looking at these menus, and again, and I've said it time and time again, these are pre-alpha, we cannot read too much into it, but there's always going to be speculation, you always will. As soon as you see these things, you do start going, oh, this possibility is open, or oh god, that possibility is open. So these are my thoughts, these are my final thoughts, so yeah, read what you want. These are for comment, for want of a better term. The menus and how things are working are very simple, and obviously it's pre-alpha, but they look to me very console-y. Now, I'm not being elitist here. I've got an Xbox One sat next to me. I play on it all the time with friends. I've got Xbox 360s and whatever. I've got consoles, so I am a console gamer as well as a PC gamer. But it feels to me they're still very much developing with the next-gen consoles in mind. And that worries me because we've heard no news with regards to next-gen consoles. We haven't heard whether Sony and Microsoft are going to let them combine onto one server. I somehow doubt it. If Bethesda couldn't even get that for Elder Scrolls, I somehow doubt that these guys will. As much as I really hope they do, because I know so many people that are not going to play this on PC, but they will play it on console. It just feels to me that potentially, if, and as I say, if that happens, brilliant, but if it doesn't, then they've dumbed down a game that could have had so much more depth, so much more character progression, you know, so much more of a storyline behind just jump in, shoot these, and then you can just go, okay, I'm off now, I've played 10 minutes. You know, don't make this into a kind of jump in, jump out, Call of Duty style-y shoot 'em up. This game and the lore behind Warhammer is so deep that you could truly tell an amazing story that we can all buy into. That I'm this space marine, and this is the journey I go on. Don't just make it capture this node. Okay, you lost that node. Go capture this node. Okay, now capture this node. Oh, that node you caught before, you go get it again now. It's like, okay, because eventually, with no progression of the characters, everything is based on the gear that you're going to be able to pick up and get, and also on your aesthetics. You're going to be able to want to make your character look awesome. That's really the only things it's based on, and you're shooting people. So you have to make those things amazing. Now, the balance of THQ Space Marine was shit. It didn't work. Assault Marines ruled over everybody. The balance was so bad and so far out that people kind of stopped playing it. So you have to make, if that's it, if this your game is going to be based on, you know, cool looking armor, you know, and these big battles, you have to make them fucking brilliant, like truly exceptional. And it worries me that if you focus on wanting to be part of the console fraternity and catering your game towards that, that you're going to end up gimping everything else. And then if that does fall through, you've gimped the game so much that the PC guys are like, there's nothing here for me to do. I'm basically like playing PlanetSide 2, and that's not really what I wanted from the lore and the huge depth of material that's there. Not criticising PlanetSide 2, but with what the possibilities are, I expect more from Warhammer.